It's Stasha Erickson. I hope you're all doing well today. It is the 5th of December of 2016, and I am here today to bring you the news that you need. Because if they won't report it, then I will. Well, I had several news stories lined up to share with all of you this Monday morning. And honestly, when I awoken this morning to check to see, I usually scan the world media on Monday morning to see what's been going on. And all of the news stories that I plan to bring to you guys really have fallen to the bottom of the list once I woke up to see the onslaught of the latest distraction story that has hit the mainstream media. And that is an influx of what they are trying to call fake news. Now, it's very convenient that ever since Hillary Clinton's email scandal was released, that suddenly now anybody who reports against her favor is basically being considered fake news or labeled as fake news. I also find it very strange and very ironic timing that within the past few weeks, I have been driven and pulled to begin to report news stories that were unbiased when I've never done this before. I've had this channel for almost, let's see here, my 5-year anniversary passed this year, actually. I don't even think I celebrated it. So I've been on YouTube a really long time, and I've always done spiritual-based videos about healing, or even some conspiracy theories I touch on, but it's been more based on positivity and healing and things of that nature. And then when I started to see how much the outside world was truly affecting the people around me and those that I loved, I really felt that I needed to get involved. I couldn't pigeonhole myself in to say, oh, well, I'm just a psychic, or I'm just an intuitive, or I'm just a healer. I'm not touching politics with a 10-foot pole. That's for somebody else to do. And that's what the mainstream media would like for people like me to do. Stay in our little corner. Oh, she's just a crazy psychic, Don't believe anything she says. But what most people don't understand is that I am a college educated woman and that I have gone to school for various different things and that I am very educated in things other than healing and spirituality. In fact, the healing and spirituality came for me after years and years of working in the corporate system and working within the beast system. And it's only since I have left that system have I had such a hard time to sometimes even just keep a roof over my head and pay my bills. So it hasn't gotten easier for me in the outside world at all. In fact, even on the inner side of things, it's been a constant battle where ever since I have chosen to speak the truth a little bit more, I have been under serious attack. So for the past few weeks, and again, ever since I put up the video about YouTube heroes, my views on YouTube have fallen dramatically. I've been watching a few other people's videos as well that report what we would call truther news or truth news, or what some people want to call fake news. And I've noticed a theme that almost every single person that I watch that puts out similar content to myself is being accused of being fake, of reporting fake news. I've also noticed that all of the people who are being branded or labeled as truthers or fake news people, that their Twitters are being hacked, their YouTube channels are being hacked, their view count has gone down so dramatically that they're triple and double checking to see if they've even uploaded the video properly or if it's set to private or unlisted. It's gotten really crazy. And I honestly, I don't spend a lot of time going through YouTube comments. I'm guided to speak about something, I hit record, and I upload it. 9 times out of 10, I don't even watch my own videos back. I just get the information out and I send it out there. But the last few days, I had been receiving an influx of comments. So I started to see what all these comments were, because I do allow comments, but they're moderated. I always just check and see, because I don't think it's fair that people use YouTube as a platform to attack people. And so I started scanning through some of my videos, and I started noticing that I had multiple comments that were supposed to be there, but yet I couldn't see any of them. I will share some of these screenshots with you guys of what I mean. I will go to an old video from a year ago, or from a month ago, or from 3 years ago, and it will say something like, you know, you have 93 comments, and I'll look, and there's two comments. The other 91 are missing. I can't seem to find them. Um, I've also noticed that when I share a video, it does go onto my Google Plus page. Now on Google Plus, my comments aren't moderated. So I noticed that there had been these conversations and arguments going on with people attacking other people through my videos, through my Google Plus page, and I didn't even see it. This morning, it was just, oh my God, I just scanned through the comments and there was so many attacks. One woman was calling me a millennial and saying I was uneducated. I had to let her know that I was 40 years old with two millennial teenagers myself. Um, I was told that I obviously have plastic surgery and that I should just go put some more fillers into my face, like all the other Hollywood girls do. I assure you, I've not had a facelift or a filler or anything ever put into my face. It's a toxin, it's a chemical. I sit here all day long and report to people about not putting chemicals and poisons in your body. I don't even put alcohol into my body. You know, if you live a life without drinking and you live a life without doing drugs and you live your purpose, sometimes you don't age like other people do. So if people think that I look young for my age, then that's just a compliment to me that I've lived a happy, healthy life. You know, and this is why I stopped showing my face on videos. This is what I was talking about last week. But it's just been really nitpicky stuff that literally has nothing to do with the content of the video. They're all just really low personal attacks. You know, it's gotten really ridiculous. So I have been feeling it. You know, I'm an empath. This is like my natural ability is to pick up on energy. And I have literally just felt attack after attack after attack after attack. My book has been attacked. People are saying my book is fake. People are saying that my story is fake, that I've come out of nowhere and am trying to get some type of attention from people. This is just all total misinformation. Literally, almost all of my YouTube videos are still there. As of right now, you can probably only go back to like 2013, but this is not a new thing. My content has basically stayed the same ever since. So for this sudden onslaught of personal attacks, missing comments, people I know, their channels being hacked, their Twitters being hacked, anybody that basically tells the truth is under serious attack right now. So that just proves to me that we're literally onto something. And my intuitions a couple of weeks ago that we all independent journalists have to start reporting the news, I felt this was coming. This is way before they started this fake news revolution that's come up in like the last week. So I had an intuition they were about to start doing this. So I have to encourage all of you to keep going with your research. And for all of you trolls and agents out there, my book is about agents. So you obviously haven't read it because it literally defines all of you and what you're up to and what you do. You are agents of influence, hiding behind a fake photo, a fake moniker, an AKA, some fake pen name you've made on YouTube. Anyone who ever attacks me has no more than 1 to 2 followers. They have no video content. It's clearly obvious this is still YouTube heroes, people attacking. So the best thing that you guys should do is stop attacking little guys like me. I only have a couple thousand subscribers. Why don't you go and focus on the larger news outlets that actually seem to influence people? Because if I'm just this little girl sitting here with just 100 videos and a couple thousand subscribers, why am I such a threat? So this again just proves to me that I am onto something and just makes me want to report more and more on news stories. It was even strange, the last read along I was doing for you guys of my book, I didn't even realize that I was talking about, I had a whole section about child trafficking in my book because this has been going on for a really long time. The child trafficking that I spoke about in my book was in regards to MK Ultra, which is a government program where foster children just simply go missing. Kids that people won't quote unquote miss, they just go missing. And now all this stuff comes up about Pizzagate and all these things, and I've been told don't report on Pizzagate. I had a hashtag Pizzagate on a comment once, and people were saying, you know, take that down, take that down. So it's been a crazy week. So I wanted to report to you guys about 3D printing cars and a lot of other nanotech stuff going on out there right now, but that's happening regardless. So I think the most important thing that I could report to all of you is this new crackdown on fake news. I am very worried that my YouTube channel is going to be taken down. So I'm going to be creating a Patreon account. I actually have created it, but I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know how to put my content through it. But if for some reason that my YouTube channel is taken down by these YouTube heroes, I have literally every video I've ever recorded, even the ones I've taken down since the year 2011, on multiple terabyte hard drives that are totally separate from the systems that I use every day. Every time that I record a video, it goes directly onto these hard drives. So if YouTube want to take down every single video I've ever made, it really doesn't matter to me. When you only have 2,000 subscribers, you don't make very much money in AdSense. I've made maybe $100 a year for the past 5 years on YouTube for monetization. So it doesn't hurt me if you delete my YouTube videos. I don't make any kind of money off of this. All that it's doing is just stopping people from becoming educated and knowing the truth. So it may take me a little while to figure out what the Patreon thing is all about, how it works. But in the meantime, if they continue to attack me, please do yourself a favor. If you are interested in the content that I share, go to my website, www.stashaerickson.com. I have a section on my website called Video Blog. I have 5 terabytes of upload capabilities that I have purchased with my website. I have not even begun to tap into my storage because I upload everything through YouTube. So I've maybe used 500 megabytes. And I've paid for this website for 3 years prepaid. So if YouTube wants to take down my YouTube channel, it's okay because I can personally upload my own content from my own website, free from copyright restrictions, free from trolls, and free from people blocking and banning and filtering out my content. So if you're really interested in the messages that I share, and if you've been helped and you've been guided and you've learned something from the content that I've shared with you, and you truly believe that I'm being attacked and being filtered out because I'm onto something, then please go to my website, StashaErickson.com. There is on the 4th tab or 5th tab on my website, there's a button that says Contact. When you hit on the Contact button, there is a place where you can simply just subscribe to my website, and that will tell you every time that I upload a new video. You can also go to the Video Blog section tab on my website and click down at the bottom to the RSS feed. You can subscribe to my blog through the RSS feed. Also, I'm located on so many other places on the internet that if they took down my YouTube, it honestly wouldn't affect me that much. I have a Vimeo account. I have Twitter, I have Facebook with almost 5,000 people. I have a separate page on Facebook, the Diary of an Asset page, and I can upload videos directly to that. So I have many backup plans so they can continue to try to inconvenience me by blocking me or attacking me. But I just want all of you to know that I'm not going to let this fake news revolution affect the content that I'm doing. I don't like to be bullied. I don't like to be told what to do or what not to do. The only person that I answer to is the Heavenly Father. And honestly, you know, that's all that really matters to me. It's the only person I get my advice from, and it's the only person that I share my advice to. You know? So anyhow, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not going to be stopped by this. Please stay in touch with me. Please follow my Twitter, my Facebook, just in case if this suddenly just goes down one day, you won't lose touch with me forever. I also wanted to say I just went ahead and scanned the keyword fake news this morning into Google, and there's now been a whole Wikipedia page dedicated to fake news websites. And there is a list here of fake news sites, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And literally all the fake news sites are the mainstream media. abcnews.com, Activist Post, BBC, Breitbart, BuzzFeed, Daily Buzz Live, Conservative Frontline.com, Empire News, Empire Sports News, Fox News. Oh, it goes on and on and on. Oh, where is InfoWars? I can't believe InfoWars isn't listed on here. I would think they would put Alex Jones as number one. Um, I do like Alex Jones. I actually honestly believe that guy. I think that he gets a little overworked and he gets a little emotional. It's very counterproductive to start making fun of somebody like Hillary to be like, oh, Hillary, wah, wah, wah. Like, he gets really over the top. I don't think that's so cool, but at least he is trying to go against the grain. So I'm no, like, Alex Jones big supporter here, but I do think he's highly under attack, and I do feel bad for the guy. It goes on and on and on and on and on. MSNBC.com, MSNBC website, News Examiner, Newshound, you name it. I'll put the screenshots here for you guys to see what they are considering fake news. And it's literally every single news outlet. The only one I don't see on here, surprisingly, is CNN, or what I like to call the Clinton News Network. So, I mean, this is serious. They're cracking down so much so, and now they're gonna, I see what they're doing here. It's like all the years of television. I sit and I watch how television shows are produced, and even reality shows. All of this stuff. It's so orchestrated, and I could see, they were leaving these fake news broadcasts over the past couple weeks on the local news broadcast, trying to set up for something. So now today, it looks like I woke up and I see that a Washington gunman was motivated by a fake news Pizzagate conspiracy. Washington restaurant was the target of a fake news report that it was operating a child abuse ring led by Hillary Clinton and an aide. So really what ended up happening was a guy came in to Comet Ping Pong with an assault rifle and basically said he wanted to do his own investigating, self-investigation in person of Comet Ping Pong. And no one was hurt. In the end, the guy was just arrested, and they're, of course, questioning him. But the whole headline isn't gunman comes into Comet Pizza. No, it's fake news story causes a gunman to come into Comet Pizza. So they're going to turn this gun incident around on all the fake news stories and say, you're all being shut down. Then they're going to try to find a way to take guns away yet again by saying fake news fueled by handguns equals death of children. And the fucked up thing is, excuse my French, is that the ones that are trying to attack the fake news, quote unquote, people from hurting children by lies are the ones that are hurting children all along with nothing but lies. So I'm not jumping on no Pizzagate hashtag bandwagon. I'm not jumping on a fake news story bandwagon. But what I am jumping on is, again, telling the truth. I really hate the term truther. I hate that. To be honest, that should be our natural state. We should only be expected to be telling the truth all the time. If we're not, then that's a whole other ballgame. The fact that we even have to be called truthers is sad, We're just people reporting the news. We're people reporting what's actually happening in the world. So if they want to crack down on that, that's fine, they can. But the one thing you have to realize about people that are known as truthers, quote unquote, so much so like this guy who came into Comet Pizza with an assault rifle, they really, really don't like to be shut down. They really, really don't like to be silenced. They really, really don't like to be called liars. So for the mainstream media out there, be very careful who you would choose to defame their character. Be very careful who you try to put in the spotlight as a negative news source or as a liar or as something fake. Because honestly, I feel the energy of the universe has changed tremendously. They no longer know what's going to happen because more of us are awakening to our inner power. Their spells don't work as good when we're aware of them. They can put all of this stuff out into plain sight like their symbols and symbolism and think that it's enough for their spells to work. But the more of us that expose the meaning of their sigils and the meaning of their words and the meaning of their rituals, they're not as powerful anymore. And then they're going to have to go back to the ancient drawing board and come up with some new rituals that will do whatever these old ones did. And you know what? That's not going to work. Because these old rituals have existed since the beginning of time and have been passed down by word of mouth because these lower energetic beings have simply just possessed human vessels and are controlling them at all times. Most of these people that you and I are angry at, that we get sick to our stomach and we're like, how could they? They're not people anymore. They have been possessed. There's many levels of possession. How it got there and what these people are, I'm not going to get into because I can't look at every single person that is an abuser and be able to tell you who they are. I mean, I probably could, but it'd take a long time. It's not always so obvious who are the abusers out there. They're professional sneaks. This is what they do. But honestly, guys, they are very afraid of us right now. And I feel how many of these trolls and agents are really afraid of me right now. And I have to say that, I used to get really intimidated by it and I'd get freaked out and I'd be like, I'm not making videos anymore. But it's been going on for so long, it's kind of like that definition of insanity. It's like doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. If I keep getting affected by trolls and allow it to stop me, and expect that something different will happen, it's never going to happen. So if the trolls want to keep attacking me, then I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm not going to back down, and I'm not going to be bullied into a corner. I'm just not. And I really, really want the same for all of you. This is not a popularity contest for me. This is about saving humanity. There is a huge divide going on all over this planet. Like I said before, I don't want to get into all the different levels of possession. I have videos on my channel that talk about that. You can go through my educational video section. I go in depth on how people can become possessed. There's so many different ways, it's not even funny. So try to, if you have any compassion and forgiveness in your heart for the human beings that once occupied the vessels of these souls, pray for those souls. Pray for any little inkling that's left or any little spark of life that is left within that soul that still remains in that body to fight these things off. These are literally just the fallen angels that fell back in the day. They are the reason they are so obsessed with immortality is because if these fallen angels don't die, they don't learn their lesson. Every single human being, every soul, it's born, it lives, and it dies. And then when we die, we have a reset. We go into this kind of, okay, what did I do in this life? What did I learn? What did I not learn? We sit there in the kind of world between worlds and we review what we've done as a human being, as a soul, the impact we've made on this planet. And then we decide, do we want to go back? And what will we do differently this time? What didn't we do last time? What unfinished business did we have? That's what every other human being and human soul does when it dies. These guys have been here since before human beings, or since the spark of human beings. They're the ones that were cast out, and they're jealous of human beings. They are so effing jealous and hate us so effing much. And you know why? It's because they won't just go and receive their punishment. The minute any one of these dark, evil, demonic souls dies, guess where it goes? It doesn't go to hell. It goes directly to God, to Source. And then it has to receive its punishment. Maybe it goes to hell. But honestly, what I believe is God puts these souls right back into human bodies, or immediately puts them into maybe their first human body, gets them onto the planet, and gives them a really, really hard life. And you know what? They may have to start from the bottom, but eventually, just like the rest of us, if they can simply go home to daddy, learn their lesson, get their punishment, then they get a second chance to come back and do better. If they've spent thousands and thousands of years hiding underground in subterranean worlds, plotting our demise and how long they can be immortal for, imagine if they used all of that energy for something smart and for something helpful. Who knows the human beings better than anybody? It's the beings that have been watching and spying on us like experiments since the beginning of our creation. They know us better than anybody. So why not go home to Papa, say we're sorry, learn your lesson, take your punishment, and come back and help humanity? That is what these beings should be doing. Lads, it hasn't worked for you all this time. If you have to do everything in secret, then you're not that powerful. And that's the truth. If you have to hide to gain power, then you're not that powerful. And remember this, human beings listening to this. You are powerful. You are a child of God. You were chosen to plant your feet upon this earth. And even though they make it hard for us to be here, we are so blessed to have life. So do whatever you can today to celebrate that, to be grateful of your life, to share truths, to not be afraid, to not be bullied, to not be pushed into a corner. And I don't mean be a protester, and I don't mean fight, because that doesn't work either. But just tell the truth, do the next right thing. And man, don't believe the news. That's the main thing I have to say today. Don't believe the news. Just go out there into the world, have experiences every day, and reflect upon it. We're here to learn, and we're here to grow through experiences and relating with other human beings. That's what life is about. Not politics, not gossip, not entertainment on TV. All that matters is family, love, companionship, compassion, truth, hope, and faith. Those are all things that are free in life, and they are worth the most. So I hope this message was helpful for all of you today. And I will be back with more read-alongs from my book. I have so many more winners. I did a huge giveaway this weekend and gave away 10 more books. So thank you to everybody for their interest. I will be back with more read-alongs, and I will be back with more news. And I promise, I will be back with more Mandela Effect videos soon. I've been working on some amazing discoveries. In fact, I'll leave you guys with one little question, a Mandela Effect quiz question before I go. Do not Google this. Just simply put in the comment section below, what is the capital of Australia? Do not Google it. Write it down in the comments and let's see what everybody remembers. Okay, guys, I love you ever so much, and I'll be back with more news, because if they won't report it, then I will.